I invite you to ponder the words of President Abraham Lincoln, writing after the Civil War in his second inaugural address, describing his frustration at seeing divisions among rival camps of our fellow countrymen. He said, "Both read the same Bible and pray to the same God, and each invokes his aid against the other. It may seem strange that any men should dare to ask a just God's assistance in wringing their bread from the sweat of other men's faces, but let us judge not, that we be not judged. The prayers of both could not be answered. That of neither has been answered fully." You may also remember the fearful call from Rodney King, the man who was beaten by members of the Los Angeles Police Department several years ago. It was caught on video and Mr. King cried out, "Why can't we all just get along?" In our present day and age, we people of the earth are certainly no better than those who have come before us. As individuals, we sometimes struggle to live with our family members, our next-door neighbors, our friends, our co-workers. We have trouble just getting along. The Quran tells humans that this is the final guidance we'll get from our Creator. Our Jewish brethren know well what the Torah says: when approaching a town to attack it, first offer them peace. The Ten Commandments are also clear: thou shalt not kill. In Christian circles, we are also well aware that early Christians were complete pacifists. Yet over the centuries they have developed a just war rationale. Have we forgotten the words of Jesus, "But I tell you to love your enemies and pray for anyone who mistreats you"? I wonder what God thinks about the question Abraham Lincoln asked when he spoke, "Both pray to the same God, and each invokes his aid against the other." The prayers of both could not be answered. That of neither has been fully answered. In praying, could we maybe look at our world, our problems and concerns with God's eyes? As we reflect on these heavy questions, we can be lifted up by the concluding words of Abraham Lincoln. He said, "With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations." Maybe someday we will actually learn to get along. Let's try to learn how to not just be at peace with each other. To truly build one another up to be better together and make a difference in the world. Let's conquer judgment, pride, insecurity, competition, comparison, envy, jealousy, misunderstandings and forgiveness. Let's finally figure out how to just get along.